Welcome to Two Dudes, One Movie Podcast, the podcast where two dudes dive into cinematic masterpieces. All right, don't let him do that again. All right, here we go. Starting over. Thanks, Barn. Why don't we take a look at some of our unfinest moments of the season, Rick?
Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rick, let's do it. How you doing there, old sport?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Future Parker, Becky editing this.
Probably Becky. She's probably gonna laugh at that. Here we are, I'm recording again.
In this... Oh my gosh, I already messed up, Park.
Sorry, Rick. Just start over.
I know you'll get into it. We'll get into it right now.
Imaginatively? That's not a word. Arthur Fleck from Joker.
It's like there's pretty much all these... There's even just like, there's probably eventually, if there already is not a role, like, there is, I guess, a market right now for role models. I just babbled a lot till I got there. Not good bag ugly part, but we got part, you know, whatever the names are.
Project Mayhem was a literal tourist group. A radical...
Tourist group.
Rick, we're gonna add an extra answer to that. It's a literal tourist group, or it's a literal terrorist group.
I cannot get over the terrorist and tourist comparison.
Rick, I think you want to click on that tourist button right there, don't you?
Al Pacino was in this 1995 film with Robert De Niro, who was in Sleepers with Kevin Bacon. Goodfellas, Heat, Righteous Kill, or Awakenings?
Goodfellas. Does it say correct or not after you do it?
I'm clicking on it. It's why is this acting so weird? Hold on, Park. We might have a technical difficulty, as we say. Oh, it was wrong. It was Heat.
Off to a great start.
Hold on, I feel like I need to do this on Chrome. Why am I using Safari?
Gosh. Well, there's your first mistake.
Or maybe my Wi-Fi just sucks. I don't really know what to do.
You want me to do it? Let me do it. Is it this?
You want to do it?
Is it this link here?
Yeah, you do it. So we'll start over. That was the test.
All right,
that was
test round. Becky, cut that out. We'll keep going. I'm having technical issues with my quiz, as for whatever reason BuzzFeed doesn't like me. Rick, that seems like a podcast staple. Every week you gotta.
Every time we go to BuzzFeed, I don't know why. It just
doesn't like you.
It's okay. We're trying Chrome. I don't know why.
Rick, you got some liquor over there, right? Maybe you're just not buzzed enough.
It's true. I finished my liquor. I had a little. I was drinking some rum out of my little skull.
It's the best thing to drink rum out of.
It is. Drink it out of a skull.
All right, Rick.
Let's see. Stab suits. Okay, I'm catching up. So we're at... Yeah, my good. And again, I think we're... did I already say my good?
You kind of did, I think.
Sorry, you have to cut this out.
That's all right. I'm trying to remember exactly what you did say. We're moving on to that part of the podcast where... Oh, wait, did you give your bad yet?
I can give it now.
Okay.
You do what you say, and I can do it then there.
Well, you want me to introduce the food thing, or you want me to introduce your bad?
Introduce like my bad and ugly, I guess.
Okay.
So it was like obviously Jimmy, not Jimmy, Dave. Obviously Dave was the killer. Tim Robbins. Obviously Tim Robbins was the killer.
What if it's a 20% the other way though, where the critics? Oh, I guess that doesn't make a difference because you just explained both ways. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
So we watched a movie. Dude, I have such a bad memory. We watched the Boston movie. What is that called again? Mystic River?
Mystic River, yeah.
Parker, can you explain to me the Tom Cruise joke? I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying the boyfriend's, because this movie's about Scientology, that the
oh my gosh,
is brothers with
I'm
Tom
sorry.
Cruise.
I didn't get it there.
It's all right. It was a high tier joke.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Becky can just cut it out.
So, Park, would you pass, recommend, or if I'm reading our notes right, would you pass, recommend, or rent this movie?
Reset, Rick. We're not bringing the rent category in until next season.
Park, I
just haven't read it there.
Just get away. Confuses me.
Reintroduce it.
Okay, edit that out. I just brought up villains.
Oh, hold on. Wait, one sec. Do you need to... Okay, she's got to get the brownies out of the oven real quick, Rick.
That's fine.
So we'll go back from speaking of villains.
And that way
hold on,
of
Rick.
the point...
I'm going to stop you real quick. Come on in, Beck. Sorry, I'm recording. Becky's just here to ruin things. Just kidding. She's going to hurt me now. All right, pause for a second. Barney just barfed.
No, don't lick it. Don't lick it.
Sorry.
He barfed or barked?
Barfed. He just discreted through his mouth. Barn, you're slowing down our podcast now because you... Oh, you know what? It might have been that ice cream we gave him yesterday.
Barn.
But you know, that's what we're all about on this podcast. At some point, we are going to offend everybody. That is my goal, is to offend everybody so that nobody can not be offended.
I think first of all, I think the Oscars is the most overrated, like, Hollywood party in the world.
Rick, I'll fight you.
Say that.
I'll fight you on that.
Park it is.
I love the Oscars.
I love it too if it was actually good.
Oh my gosh, Rick, you're just breaking my heart.
I love the idea. It's so I want these movies to win awards, but it's nonsense. The Oscars is nonsense. Anyways, Park, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Are all his movies the same? Are they all different? It's Leonardo DiCaprio. But like, I think when I saw Infinity War and Endgame, those are probably the last two movies I saw that like the theater was packed and it like had the like ending to where people could clap.
Rick,
like,
are
it felt
you saying
like right.
You went to a Marvel film in person?
I did. It was before Marvel is literally just a... I don't want to... I feel like there's so much bad language I could use to describe Marvel these days. They're just like... I feel like they're
a corporate machine
thinks,
now.
Like, yeah, they're a corporate machine. They're what everyone thinks like like the rest of the world's view of America is. Like, there's there for money.
Yep. Money. That was my Mr. Krabs impersonation.
Dude, he probably works for Marvel. It's probably the CEO of Marvel.
He's actually, it's like Scooby-Doo, where he's just wearing Kevin Feige's face, but they pull off his face as a mask, and it's actually Mr. Krabs underneath.
So how do you say his name? It's not Kevin Feige or Feige?
It's Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Rick. Kevin Feige.
Well, did he die after Endgame, or did he just...
No, he's still there running the ship. I ran into him one day on Miss Marvel. He was just
telling me about that.
Walking down the hall, and this was like right in the middle of all the COVID stuff, and like one of the first shows to come back since COVID, and like I had like 3 masks on and like a face shield, and like it was my whole shield was like fogged up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Kevin Feige. I hope I look good.
All I'm saying, anyone that listens to this, if you are a fan of post-Endgame Marvel movies, I want to debate. Because they're awful. I'm not talking about TV shows. TV shows, they're hit or miss. They're okay. They're good. Like, WandaVision's good. It was honestly really cool. The movies are complete trash and is killing cinema.
Rick, you and Martin Scorsese would get along, I think.
Dude, I think so. We'd vibe.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, anyways, that was our second tangent. Fogger, let's bring us back to the movie. Always like to have the docs just right next to your beautiful face, Bark.
That's exactly what I do, Rick.
You gotta see the material and the talent, you know?
Mm-hmm, exactly. We are civilized men, Rick. With our civilized beer.
We should cut it there. So
yeah. Yeah, we should. Okay.
Between those three, it was same for me. I started probably with Bud Light, but I got to Heineken and Guinness really fast. I think I had so much
together?
Heineken in college. Like, we lived together in College Park. I always had Heineken. I was in our
we
fridge.
lived together?
I think we lived together.
If you say so.
Maybe it was a ghost.
Definitely was a ghost.
Anyways, I was down on Heineken Spark.
Rick, did you know that Brad Pitt and myself, who plays Tyler Durden, have the same type of body?
Yeah, I think we actually discussed that earlier, Park.
Rick,
Yeah,
I think we did. I just wanted to make sure you remembered.
I do. 0% body fat, Park.
Rick, so when you're saying that he's hot, are you saying that I am also hot?
Well, I think we'll find that answer on episode 2082.
2082. I cannot wait, Rick. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, tell us your top 10 favorite movies. We can tell you if you actually watch movies. No, I'm kidding. If Avengers is on there, then I'm...
Avengers is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
It's all Marvel movies. That's it. I tested it before of Kevin Bacon's degree of separation to Kevin Bacon, and it's 0 bacons.
Wow, that's impressive. Good for him.
It is. Good for He really accomplished a lot there.
I'm proud of him for that.
So we'll look it up. We won't play the whole game and guess where it is, but we can look it up on the website. What do you think? Just spitball a number. What do you think is the degrees of separation from Laura Dern to Kevin Bacon? We'll see who's right.
Probably 2 bacons.
You think 2 bacons? Okay, I'm gonna go 3 bacons.
3 bacons. That's a lot of bacons.
Over 4 apparently is rare with actors and actresses in Hollywood. So generally I think 2 to 3 is the typical.
Is just about as rare as the Loch Ness Monster.
I mean, that's real, Park. This isn't real.
That's true. You're right.
Well, are there any good movies about the Loch Ness Monster before we get
I don't know. I'm sure there's something out there. There's probably a good documentary about the Loch Ness Monster.
We need I feel like there's so many Bigfoot hunter shows. We need those for the Loch Ness Monster. Maybe they're right. Maybe they exist.
Maybe I feel like they don't do that because it would be really if they really put enough money into searching for the Loch Ness Monster, you only got to go into a certain body of water, take a few submarines out there.
Where's it from? Ireland? That's my guess.
Yeah, I think something like that. Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I'm going Ireland. It's Ireland or Scotland.
Monster from Scotland.
Scotland. Of course. The old Scots, Park.
The old Scots.
Park, we've already had so much of your singing in this too.
Rick.
In this our podcast.
And you're just going to keep getting more. That's the great thing about it, is the longer this podcast runs, the more opportunities you as listeners get to hear me sing. And what a blessing that is for you all.
Or, if you don't want to hear Parker sing, we accept $4.99 monthly donations.
That too. If you don't like my singing, then send us some money and maybe we'll cut it out.
Well, we reach a certain threshold every month.
Yeah, we have to reach a certain threshold of money, but we're not going to tell you what that threshold is. So
just when we feel comfortable.
Just keep sending it in until we stop. Then you'll know exactly where that threshold is. One day, I think what we got to do is we got to go out here and we got to actually film one of these little snippets for the audience.
That'll be bonus content, though.
That's the bonus content right there.
Yeah. Can't give you everything for free.
No. This is a capitalistic society. You want to feel something? You want your problems to go away? Buy our bonus content.
Yeah, you want to feel like you're a part of something? Join our Discord community. You want me in your life? Join it.
It only takes a little bit of money for us to be in your lives forever.
That's it.
Just a little. Just
a tiny bit. $1 to $10 to $12.99 a month.
We're still figuring out the price range. It could be more. Not less, but definitely could be more.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If you love and care about anything else but this podcast, stop listening.
Park.
Rick.
I zoned out there. So I'm not here the last little bit of it.
That's all right, Rick. It was nothing important.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speeches, when people give speeches, Park, I'm going to be honest. I don't care if it's you or the president. I'm not listening.
Rick, that's adamant. You don't, it doesn't matter who it is. Just down the list. Just don't care.
If there's a speech, not really listening to it. But I'm assuming I'll see the highlights.
I think one of my goals in life now is to give a speech which keeps your attention. That's going to be one of my goals in this life now.
That's great. Maybe you can, Park. No president has yet, so...
Well, Rick, it's because they're the president. It's the hot mess.
Does anyone listen to presidential speeches? Right now, I feel like people are listening to Biden's to wait for him to mess up, and then they can, screenshot it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's why people listen to him, is just to be like, when he's like, and the government is...
Parker, are you a Harry Potter? I think I see a little...
I put a little makeup on my forehead to hide my scar, but...
You had to cover it so Voldemort doesn't see. He's not watching the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I was just watching Voldemort in the kitchen, so I don't know where he's going to show up next.
Okay, maybe my great-great-great-great-grandkid can have a cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, Rick. It's possible.
And a little scar on his head. You never know.
It's true. Maybe a wand.
Maybe, Park. I'm just throwing it out there.
Would his name be Harry?
Harry. Maybe he'll have a British accent.
Yeah, I don't think any son, male in my lineage will be named Harry, except my grandfather. You're
not gonna pass the name Harry down.
No, I don't think so. Unfortunately. There's with my last name, there are just certain names you have to stay away from. Harry is one of them. Even though my grandfather's name is Harry, he was a first-generation American, immigrated over, so it was a little different for him.
Park, I think that's why we're such a great duo right now. Dick and Bonner.
Dick and Bonner. We were always meant to be together.
We were meant for this podcast.
We stick up for each other really well, too.
It's been a lovely season, Park.
It really has. I don't know how to transition this right now.
I don't know either.
I'm trying to think. I guess Becky will just put a whoosh in there.
Whoosh.
Well, how about that, Rick? That was something, wasn't it?
That was something, Park.
Rick, hopefully next season we can minimize the amount of mistakes we did. Maybe I can stop pausing quite as much and repeating myself over and over again, but it's still very unlikely that will be the case.
I feel like there's always going to be a like or compilation that we can make.
Always, Rick.
Always.
Thank you so much to Becky, our editor, for making us look a little bit better than we actually are.
A lot of bit better than we actually are, I would say.
That's fair enough, yeah.